What's up, y'all? Welcome back to another video. My name is Myles out of Dallas, Texas, and today we are taking a look at this 2022 Keystone Montana High Country 295 RL. Now with Montana High Country, a lot of people get a little bit confused, especially with Chevy and how they have their High Country model, which is a more upper end model. A lot of people look at Montana, which I don't think you can see the one here next to us, but we have a Montana and a Montana High Country here, and the High Country is actually the little brother to the Montana, and they make essentially the same floor plan in a Montana 3121 RL and the Montana High Country 295 RL. There are a few differences between the two, but the Montana High Country option is $20,000 less than what the full Montana option is. So it is a great option for people that are looking for a full profile luxury fifth wheel, but are still budget conscious and trying to stay within certain budget parameters and things like that. So I think it's a really great option that I almost sometimes overlook because it is not the super big flashy type of fifth wheel, and maybe I've just been around RVs a little too long at this point that I just gravitate towards the biggest, flashiest stuff. But this is a really great practical RV option for somebody looking to get out there in something comfortable, even potentially live in or do extended camping in, but it's still going to be budget friendly and keep you within the budgetary means that you may try to be staying within. So let's go look at it. What's up, y'all? Welcome back to another video. If this is your first time tuning into one of my videos, I'm super excited that you're here. Just sit back, relax, and enjoy. And if you do get something out of this video, consider hitting the like button down below and definitely hit that subscribe button if you haven't already, and become a part of this growing community of RVers all around the world. If you want to connect with me on other social media platforms, links to my Instagram, TikTok, and Facebook are down below in the description, where you can find other RV related content that I post regularly. And then finally, if you are interested in this RV or maybe any RV that you have seen on my channel, I am in a sales position, so I would love to personally assist you in helping you purchase this RV, or maybe setting up a time to come and look at it in person. So if you are interested in that or need purchasing information, you can text me at the number on the screen. Keep in mind, I am in a sales position and I do not get paid by my company to make these videos. So I only get paid when someone like you sees these videos and trusts me enough to come and purchase one from me. So text me at the number on the screen there if there's anything I can do to help you make this RV yours. All right, y'all, so again, this is the 2022 Keystone Montana High Country 295 RL. It's only about 34 feet long, and you'll be able to see the specs up here on the screen of everything that this Montana has to offer as far as the actual specs go. And we'll go around the side of the trailer here real quick and just look at the actual specs on the trailer itself, since they do vary from trailer to trailer. But 11,780 pounds unloaded, which puts you at a gross vehicle weight rating of 14,300 pounds. So definitely a more, on the heavier side for this size fifth wheel compared to some other options in a mid-profile fifth wheel, but not terribly heavy. And usually a 3/4 ton truck will have no problem pulling something like this. But before we get into walking around everything that this Montana High Country has to offer, I just want to sort of walk you through the different options of fifth wheels out there in the different classes real quick for people that don't really know. You're going to have more of your, I wouldn't say necessarily entry level fifth wheels, because a Cougar still is, I wouldn't regard necessarily as an entry level, but maybe if you look at something like this Durango over here and how small the profile is on that fifth wheel, those are going to be some of your smallest fifth wheels. And we also have an example of that in something like this Cougar half-ton model here, which is going to have that small front profile as well. But you can see even this like KZ Durango sits a bit shorter than like that full profile Avalanche next to it and things like that. So those are going to be considered mid-profile fifth wheels, which are going to be usually regarded as more of your entry level. Although like my family, we have a Cougar. We actually have this exact Cougar right here, this 364 BHL. And it's a big 40-foot fifth wheel with a flat line roof pretty much all the way to the back except for the front cap. Although it is still classified as a mid-profile fifth wheel, whereas this Montana High Country is going to be a full profile fifth wheel. So what we're looking at some of the differences there are going to be, if you look at like this Cougar, first of all, you have the roof line that slants down into the front cap, and it does so even more drastically when you get into like a half-ton series fifth wheel like the Cougar over there. So you have that slant down into the roof, and then underneath the trailer, it is just flat underneath there. Come to this Montana High Country, and you're going to have a flat roof line going into the front cap, and you're also going to have a drop frame construction which is going to mean this frame here is dropped down underneath, which gives you bigger storage compartments. So the storage compartment in here is huge. Could just about fit a twin size bed underneath here. You're also gonna have an outlet here and a spot for a TV. So if you wanted to mount a TV to this sidewall that would swivel out like this, you can do that. You also have aluminum framing here, and you have welds on both sides of the frame, which is something that super important to point out with Keystone. They weld on both sides of the frame because there are manufacturers that don't do that. You also have a wrapped subflooring underneath here, so no exposed wood anywhere, which is nice as well. And then it's straight all the way through. So just a nice clean finish on that. Gives you a clean finish looking pass-through storage compartment that's really large and going to be larger than what a mid-profile fifth wheel will offer. And when you're looking at price points difference, these Cougars here are gonna be somewhere in like the $70,000 to $80,000 price range or so. It depends on the size though. They can get down into the 50s or 60s depending on how large they are. Then these jump up like a Montana High Country. This one here has an MSRP of $99,000, whereas these usually have an MSRP somewhere in like the $80,000 range or so, depending on the size. And then like this Montana here, this is a full profile luxury fifth wheel that is going to have an MSRP price of $120,000. So that's sort of your difference there. This is just gonna come finished out with more of your bells and whistles and more premium things. You have some little stuff too, like this has hydraulic auto leveling. This is going to have electric auto leveling. And then this one here has 6-point auto leveling. This has 4-point auto leveling. Little things like that. And then the finishes on the inside are a little different as far as the design goes and whatnot. But this still, overall, I think for the price point it comes in at, keep in mind, I said an MSRP price of $99,000. This will sell way below the MSRP price. So if you are interested in this fifth wheel, you can text me at the number on the screen or the number down below in the description. They're both the same thing. But you can text me there, and I am in a sales position, so I can personally assist you in helping you make this RV yours, and I will get you a competitive price on this fifth wheel here that will be well below the MSRP. We don't sell them at MSRP price, so that's just kind of giving you the figures off the MSRP. So as we go around, you're gonna see you have your 2 awnings out here, get almost complete awning coverage of your entire campsite out here. So that is pretty remarkable. Love that. That is something that my family's fifth wheel doesn't quite have. We're close to almost full coverage, but not quite. So that is really nice. You have the solid steps. These are the MORryde solid steps that it comes with. So you get 4 of those. Extra safety that you get from these, just being able to make sure you have a firm contact with the ground, and then also have the grip pads on each step so they won't bounce as you go up and down, and then they give you a big platform to step on so you don't slip or anything like that. Coming underneath here, you have some nice looking wheels on this Montana, and then you have the Road Armor suspension package, which this is a 6-inch travel suspension system. So you can see your rubber bushings that you have here and here and here and here. Those are going to allow for 3 inches of travel up and 3 inches of travel down, which gives you 6 inches of travel in total, which is the only suspension system in this price point that I know of coming out of the factory that gives you 6 inches of travel as opposed to 3, like a lot of other ones will have, or just like a standard leaf spring suspension. So nice system there. You can adjust the pitch of your awnings. So you just pull up or down on this and it will adjust the pitch of that to have it sit lower or higher or allow rain to run off. And then also both of your awnings have an LED light strip up underneath them. So when it is darker outside, that'll light up the entire area underneath your trailer. And whether your awnings are open or closed, you still get the ability to use that light. There are some manufacturers, well, they'll put the LED light strip in this arm right there, which means you have to open your awning up to get the use of the LED lights. Whereas this, whether your awning is open or closed, you will be able to see that light shining down into your campsite. Nice big windows here. Another difference between like a Montana High Country and a full Montana is the full Montana will have frameless windows. This has framed in windows, but I mean, that doesn't bother me at all. Some people really want the frameless window look, but for the price difference and 20 grand difference, I could definitely live with that, that's for sure. Coming around the back, nice looking finish on the back side. And then one really important feature here, if you're looking to tow something, you do have a towing hitch back here. So this hitch has a 3,000 pound weight rating. You can tow with it. And you can see you have your electrical plug there, so you can hook up a trailer, or you can just put a really beefy accessory hitch there as well. So really like that. reverse lights in your backup light. So this here is going to be a designated reverse light, just an extra safety feature. There's a lot of trailers that disregard putting a reverse light on there, so I like that they do not miss that step. And it is prepped for a backup camera, so you can put a backup camera on there as well. Coming along to this side, you have two more slide outs on this other wall. Now this one is more of an extended slide, so we'll look at more of what that does when we go inside in the space that that opens up. Gonna have your 50 amp plug right here, so it is a 50 amp coach. And then as we come around, you'll see you have your stabilizers there for the auto leveling system, spare tire underneath, and then just one single dump spot. So your gray and black tanks will all dump out of right here, which is nice. That's all in one centralized location. You have your pull valves for your gray and black tanks. I guess just the gray tank valve right there that's hidden back there. And coming down underneath, actually, before we go underneath the trailer, you have a rack and pinion style slide out mechanism. So the rack and pins underneath there that will extend these slides in and out. That'll be the same for both the big ones. And then your smaller slide out will have the Schwintech slide mechanism. As we come down underneath here, first of all, sewer hose storage compartment right here along this tube, so you can store your sewer hose there. And then you'll see you have a fully enclosed and wrapped underbelly. So the underbelly is going to have insulation right above it, and then above that you will have your water tanks and water lines that are in the same cavity as your furnace ducting. So whenever you have your furnace running, you will have heat in that cavity that is making sure your water lines and water tanks aren't freezing. In addition to that, this also has 12-volt heat pads on all of your water tanks. So that is a huge feature that I would expect to only come in something like the Montana, but they do give you that in the Montana high country as well. So you do have those 12-volt heat pads to make sure that you don't have any chance of those tanks freezing while you're going down the road, or if you're away from your trailer and don't have the furnace on. Open this up. You can see they have these new metal latches for 2022. Big fan of these. They're more compact and much easier pull on them. Very smooth. Have your water station all in here. External shower, so hot and cold water. You can hook a shower hose up to that, or any kind of, I guess, any kind of hose or accessory. It'll come with a 25-foot coil hose, but you can use that there. You have your key TV hookups here, so if you did want to hook a satellite up into there and then have different channels on each TV inside the RV, very easy to do that with this system there. It's just a plug and play method. Another solar connection, but this has a 400-watt solar package, so we're going to take a look at that in a second. Already has 400 watts of solar, and then everything you need for all your water hookups are in this compartment here. Strut assisted, so this door stays up on its own. Don't have to worry about holding that up or latching that in or anything like that. And then you're gonna have two 30-pound propane bottles, one on this side and one on the other side. Inside here, this may be locked. It is not. Good. Okay. Your electronic leveling system, your auto leveling system, everything is right inside here. So that'll be all your controls for your auto leveling. Coming up to this front end, you do have the road armor pin box. So it has this rubber bushing here that's going to allow that head to pivot back and forth and absorb a lot of that shock as you're going up and down the road. Also has more of a like matte black finish to it than like a high gloss finish like they used to have. So I kind of like this more. It kind of gives it a rugged, more rugged look to it. Definitely a fan of that, and it is the road armor pin box. So you have that there. You have a docking light underneath here so you can see what you're doing at night. You do have the hitch vision plate. So this is a Keystone patented exclusive. Whereas you're backing up, if my hand is the bed of your truck, you can see how that'll line up, how the hitch will line up with your pin box there. So making sure that that lines up, making that a little bit easier for you to do on your own. You also have docking lights here. So these two amber lights and then the one up over the Montana logo right there. Also, that is a glass windshield there. So that is not actually painted. That is a tinted glass, super dark. You can hardly see inside of it, but you do have a windshield in there that we'll take a look at inside. Coming underneath here, as a part of the 400-watt solar system, you have this upgraded solar charge controller. So the 400-watt systems from Keystone are coming with this higher capacity solar charge controller than what their 200-watt systems come with. So that is going to now not only give you capability to just keep your batteries charged, but you're also going to be able to start running some of the outlets inside the RV off of solar as well. and you're gonna get more power output overall. Like right now, you can see there's no battery in here. And I actually did not have to hook up a battery to put the awnings out and turn on all the lights in there. And every single light is still staying on and having no issue with them dimming out or anything like that with no battery hooked up. So pretty dang cool there, but that's definitely gonna make sure your batteries stay charged when you do have the batteries in there. You have battery disconnects here to kill all power to the batteries when you are out camping. If you leave your campsite and just want to kill all the power to the batteries, make sure those don't die on you, you can do that here. You have this inverter. It's a 2,000 watt inverter to make sure the residential refrigerator is getting power from your battery system and inverting it to run that refrigerator. And you could install another inverter on here as well if you wanted to increase upon the solar capabilities. So the solar systems are all expandable systems, but there's something where you usually have to order them from the factory to get an upgraded system higher than a 400, or we have some of the equipment here that can do that as well. Then you're just gonna have a big storage space all throughout here to store different items. So that is everything on the outside just about. Let's get up on the roof real quick. Also want to point out you have an outdoor speaker there and there, so marine grade outdoor speakers. And let's get up on the roof real quick and take a look at the roof, because this solar package and the ACs is pretty cool. All right, so first thing I noticed getting up here, white AC units. You can see a lot of the Keystone trailers are coming with the white AC units. Not all of them, but a lot of them having the white AC units. So that is going to help with not absorbing so much heat, which is going to allow your air to run cooler. And then these are more of a low profile AC unit as well. They're not the biggest, bulkiest ones, so I like that they're more low profile. You do have two of them. Then you can see you have your 400 watt solar system. So two 200 watt panels up here on the roof, keeping your batteries charged and then allowing you to have that additional juice to be able to run some outlets inside the RV off of solar as well. Other AC up here, and then you have your Winegard omnidirectional antenna, which will be used for things like your over-the-air TV. Also, if you were to install a Wi-Fi router, getting your signal for different things like that. Finally, you have some attic vents. So these right here are going to allow hot air and moisture to escape out of the roof cavity. So when hot air and moisture does accumulate in that roof cavity, it has a place to go and doesn't build up in your roof cavity. That's everything on the outside. Let's go head inside. All right, let's head inside. Again, you got your solid steps here. It is a 4-season living coach. So this thing is gonna be rated from 0 to about 110 degrees. And definitely has everything you need with the ACs and the heating system to live in this thing full time and live in it in just about any climate. So we go inside, you have this Lippert screen assist. So this here is just a big handle that allows you to reach it at any contact point to disconnect your screen door and go like that. And actually, because it is a little bit warmer, I think I am just gonna leave that door open with the screen closed. Real quick, got a note as well, because I almost forgot. This is a strut assisted step here. So it will stay up on its own. It's not gonna fall and crush you on your head or anything like that as you bring it down. And you have this really convenient way of adjusting the leg height. No pins to pull or anything like that. You literally just push this lever in, and that is going to allow this to move freely, so you can set that height to wherever you need it to be to sit flush with the ground, wherever your camping environment is. But really easy system there that is weightless, so that's gonna make your life super easy while you are out setting up your campsite. Have some windows open in here as well to let some more natural air in, since I don't have the ACs on. And I apologize for spending quite a bit of time on the outside. I'm just really excited about this model. I think I've struggled to get excited about models like this just because they aren't the big and flashy things. And the more I was thinking about it, I was like, man, there is no reason this RV should be on our lot right now. This thing is so practical for so many people and just offers so many great things at such a less expensive price point than some of the more like high-end luxury fifth wheels. So got really excited about it and really excited to show you this RV inside and out. So I apologize for taking a lot of time on the outside. But as we come inside, you can see you have a nice island kitchen here. It does have this leaf that pops up, so that is in the popped up position there right now. That is going to allow you to get that extra countertop space, but still when the slides are closed, be able to get to your refrigerator. So you can see when you have that down, if your slide's closed and this comes in, you'll still be able to access that refrigerator there and get to anything that you need to be able to get to. And as you look around, you can see it's a pretty traditional style floor plan. You have the dinette table with the 4 chairs here. They do have a padded back and a padded butt area. They do not flip up, so they're just going to be kind of like a standard dinette table chair there. And then it's a legless table, so it's mounted to the sidewall. If you wanted to take this out and put something else here, very easy to do so. And it does have a leaf that pulls out to extend that table length there. Really big windows here all along your campsite, so you can see out into your campsite very easily. You're going to have dimmable lights on this slide out box as well, so these lights here will be dimmable. And you can see, like I was talking about, we have only solar power going right now, and we have all the lights on. They've been on for about 20 minutes now and have not gone out or started dimming. You also have a ceiling fan that is able to run off of the solar power on its own. And just pretty remarkable where the solar technology has come and where it's going to continue to keep going. Also want to point out nice LED lighting over your light fixture, and then underneath your island you also have LED lighting is here as well. See, I didn't even realize I got my phone set up here that's what I use to film my TikTok and Instagram videos. But anyways, so want to talk about a point on the construction real quick. First of all, with your subflooring underneath here, it is a Dynaspan subflooring. So the same subflooring they would use in the full Montana as well. It is a one-piece marine grade flooring, so no seams in it at all. And it is going to be entirely water resistant. Comes with a 25-year warranty, and Keystone has never had a warranty claim. Whoa, can't say the words. A warranty claim on their subflooring. So that is what I hear from Keystone. It is a really remarkable floor that they use, and is a really great product in your subflooring that is going to withstand the lifespan of this trailer. Also, getting up underneath your slide out flooring, first of all, very, very flexible material. So will move and form easily so that you don't have lips or anything like that forming. And then it's like a woven PVC material. So it's almost like a plasticky type of feel that is woven. So it's gonna help with not having liquids penetrate through that woven bond there that you have with how that's constructed. And then you have another carpet layer underneath it as well. And then underneath here, you have a completely wrapped subflooring, and you can see you even have an astrofoil layer of insulation underneath there as well. But subflooring is completely wrapped. You'd be surprised how many brands, if you start lifting up this carpet here on different brand trailers, a lot of them just have bare exposed wood underneath here. And it's something that Keystone does in all of their trailers, wrapping that subflooring. Getting to your countertop surface, it is a solid surface countertop. So, and it's a nice looking finish, has that gray speckle to it, kind of almost like a pebble type of finish. In your kitchen area, you have the large basin sink here with the smaller basin next to it. So you get this dual sink type of setup. Love this. And then you have the black and stainless kind of contrast here in your sink faucet. So nice look, and love the LED light underneath here. It's a bright white LED light. It does not change colors, but I like that they went with the bright white color there. We'll get to some of this storage area here in just a second. Want to kind of walk around this way first and show you the TV. You're going to have your TV here, and this does pull out. And you have storage space all back behind here. So large storage area back there. That's about, from this wall back is probably about 10 inches or so. So a lot of space. And you're going to have a fireplace here that will put out heat. So this is going to be like an electric heat source that you don't have to use the furnace to get heat from. So you will have that there as an additional heat source. Open this up and you have your storage compartment there with your sound controls there as well. This also should have, yeah, right through here, this will have a spot to go up to the TV there, so you can get your cabling to the TV. Have your speakers on both sides, and then just kind of a nice finish here around the fireplace. Coming up above here, you have really deep storage in this area, and also above your sofa back here. By the way, the sofa does pull out to a king size bed if I didn't mention it. Also should point out, this is a 3 cushion sofa, so you have more space here to actually lay out on this sofa if that's something that you want to do as well. Open this up. This is going to be unobstructed all the way through. So you'll be able to go all the way through there with all your storage. 4 different doors that'll open up, and then you have outlets and USB ports here on the side with your light switch as well. And it will be the same thing on this side minus the light switch. On your windows, you are going to have a pull down blackout shade on every window. So all your windows will have that. And then going through the kitchen, you have this storage on both sides of your oven. Those are both going to be identical. And then look at this oven. This is something I would expect them to only put in the Montana, but they do transfer this down to the Montana High Country line as well. You have this 3-burner oversized cooktop that's a little bit bigger than some of the other fifth wheels. And then you have a really large oven here. It's not quite as big as the Insignia oven and cooktop, but pretty dang close. And is a suburban oven with a lot of space in there. A turkey should definitely fit inside that oven. And then you have storage underneath here that they just kind of give a finish here that matches the finish of the oven as well. Open this up and you're going to have storage there, storage up above the microwave. Pretty deep storage there, probably goes about 10 inches back or so. And that goes about 10 inches to a foot back. This is a residential size microwave. So nice big microwave. You have 2 outlets underneath here. This one is inverted, so this one you can actually get power to from the solar package. And then this is a fake tile backsplash, but looks really good. It's also framed in, so it gives it a more clean finish. And then you have more outlets here and a fan here that does vent outside of the RV. Also, right above you, you have your fan here too that has a rain sensor, and it is the bigger size fan. So that will help vent out air from cooking as well. One thing as we walk around, I do want to point out, you do have your heat duct running through the flooring. I know that's polarizing. Some people don't like it. It is the most efficient system though for getting heat into an RV because it is just a straight line of heat. You don't have any coils that are turning or anything like that the heat has to flow through to get through. So it is a direct transfer of heat into your RV. But I do like, for the concern of different things getting into this area and having to clean that out, it is a more small profile. This is literally probably 2.5 inches wide, so very small profile. Also a nice little hack I saw, I think from somebody on Instagram. They put like a little, almost like a pantyhose type of material underneath here, and then just screwed this back into the floor, so you had that barrier between your vent and the duct underneath there to just catch any debris that goes into that area. So just a thought there that you can do as well if that's something that you're heavily concerned about. Another outlet here on the island, outlet here on the island. So 2 outlets in that space. Coming around on this side of the island, you're going to have light switch here for the LED lights. So you'll be able to turn those on and off. 4 drawers that are all the same size. This here is to keep your refrigerator shut while you're in transit. And then you'll have storage underneath the sink area as well, with a spot for your trash can, and you do have your sink covers there that are the same solid surface as the countertop. So overall, a pretty good kitchen area. I like that the stove is centered, so you have countertop space on both sides, good for right and left-handed people. Plus you have the sink that's off-centered a little bit, but you still have countertop space on both sides with that leaf that flips out. You have a GE refrigerator. What I love about the GE refrigerators is they do come with water in the door. So you have that there, and lots of space in here. This is going to be an 18 cubic foot refrigerator. Ton of space. Doesn't have the drawers in it yet. All the shelving and stuff goes in there. And then you're going to have your ice tray in here as well, so it does produce ice. Close that up. Have a pantry here. Pantry is a little bit more on the shallow side, but you do have, I mean, it's still a decent amount of length there. It's probably about 6 inches back, so it can definitely stack at least 2 to 3 cans deep in this pantry space. Also, you can see motion activated light when I reach my hand in there. Triggered that light coming on. You can see goes up pretty high here as well in that space. Definitely a good coffee pot station area here, something for a Keurig. You're gonna have your drawers that pull out. Those are both the same size. And then underneath here, all open storage there under that area. Have a light switch here too, I didn't even see. Another outlet here and an outlet there. There are just outlets everywhere, all over this kitchen space. It's crazy. And then you have shelf storage all through there. Controls for the RV will be in this panel here. You can see I have every single thing turned on in this trailer and still holding up well with this 400-watt solar system. It's really impressive how this 400-watt solar system is able to keep up with keeping everything on without a battery on this RV. Here's your 12-volt heat pads to turn those on for your water tanks to keep them warm. On and off switch for your fan with 2 different speeds. And then this is here controls for your vent fan up there as well. And then you can turn on and off your inverter from right here. So everything you need for the RV all in this one spot. Last thing I want to talk about before we go up into the bedroom and bathroom area is your AC system. First of all, you have a residential air filter in the AC system here. This is the Coleman Mott Q Series AC. It is about 12 decibels quieter than your standard AC system, and now coming with a residential air filter so you get cleaner air inside your RV. Obviously, if we're out camping, we're usually dusty and dirty, all kinds of different things, and this is going to purify your air much more significantly than the little black foam pads that used to be in the RV air filters that literally filter out nothing less than maybe pet hair. So a residential grade air filter that you can easily replace out of there as well and continue to renew, but is going to keep your air much cleaner inside the RV. And then you have these blade AC vents. So these are a huge improvement. These push air out in a 360-degree motion as opposed to the directional vents that we're used to seeing that just shoot air in one direction. Keystone spent about a year researching different AC systems and AC vents, and this is one of the big improvements they made that now everybody seems to be copying, is these blade AC vents here, because the fact that they get so much more airflow coming out of them as opposed to a directional vent is cooling RVs down up to 20% quicker and more efficient than the directional vents that they used to have. So a much improved system. You can also see you have the dual ducting out of this AC here. So if you look here, you can see you have duct vent running down that way and down that way to giving you more airflow and more AC vents along the RV. So that's everything about that system. Coming into the hallway, you have your central vac system here. It will come with a hose that will reach the entire interior length of this RV. You're going to have your breakers and fuses in this panel right there, right as you walk in the door. Motion activated light on the step. And then you have spot to hang your coats when you walk in and key hook as well. You also have a grab handle going up the steps and entry into the bedroom, but we're actually going to go through the bathroom first because it is a dual entrance bathroom. So when you walk up in here, you can see you have all your pull-out drawers and what would this be called? I guess a cabinet. I don't know why. I was thinking shelf or something, but it's a cabinet. I don't know why. I swear, I get on camera sometimes and I just like forget the most basic words. It's the weirdest thing. But you have your sink here with a black faucet. Looks really nice. My new house that I just got has all chrome everything and I can't stand it. I'm so excited to change everything to black like these RVs have, and sometimes I just want to take all the black faucets and stuff like that out of these RVs and put it in my house because I'm not a big fan of all the chrome finishes on stuff. Medicine cabinet here with the additional shelf that you have outside of the medicine cabinet storage. Have a mirror there, 2 lights up above. Nice ceiling height in here. I'm about 6'3" with my shoes on and I have at least about 3 inches to the ceiling. So you can see on the mirror there, quite a bit of height that I have here that's allowed with my shoes on being 6'3". Speaking of that, going into the shower, like that they added the seat to the corner shower. Also, this magnet is very strong at holding these closed. Wow. That's crazy. I really could not even do that with one hand. I had to use 2 hands. That magnet was so strong. So that's good. Gonna keep that closed for sure. But you have the seat in the corner shower now. Really like that. When I step in here, the shower head is right at about the height of my forehead. So pretty easy for me to get underneath it. Only have to squat just a little bit. Plus, obviously, I can lift it up and easily get it over my head. You're gonna have ceiling height in here for, in the bubble, let's see, not where the bubble's at, right here is gonna be about 6'4". So up into the bubble, you're gonna have a clearance for about a 6'6" person in that spot there. Feels like plenty of room to get around. It is all fiberglass, one piece all throughout, so no seams or anything like that either. Close that up and put that latch back on like that, keep it closed. Porcelain toilet right here. So nice solid toilet and then more storage back behind here with the vent fan up above. Now here is a pretty unique thing about this Montana High Country. This is all in the slide out. So from here all the way to the end of the bed, all a slide out. So it's an extended slide in this area, which gives you room for, when we open this up, either this huge storage compartment space, which would be great for additional wardrobe space, especially if you're thinking about living in this full time, or you have room for a combo washer dryer in here. So you could put a washer dryer in here as well and have space for that, which is going to be another awesome option of how you can use this space to live in full time if you want that washer dryer. So really big storage space that they have in here, and is all part of the slide out. You have a sliding pocket door coming to this space. Because this is a slide out, you want to make sure that door is open before you go to close your slide. And then you're going to have a king size bed in here. So a king size bed, and look, it gives you a really nice tabletop space here on the bedside. Plus you have the additional storage space up high here as well. Outlet here on the side wall. You have a nice little pocket down underneath here as well. Hopefully you can see that well enough without me having additional light. Another shelving space up here above the window there. Window coming in for natural light. And then of course, you have the windshield in here. Now, you have to imagine we're not on an RV lot. I always picture when I'm thinking of being out camping, Twin Lakes in Colorado is one of my favorite places to camp. I've gone there more than any other camping site anywhere in my life because I was born and raised in Colorado. And I just imagine just seeing out into my campsite here in Colorado with all the trees around and the mountains in the distance. That is something that I picture. But some people picture a lake out of this window or whatever it may be. But you take away those RVs and just imagine waking up and seeing nature outside. Pretty incredible that you get to have that in the bedroom and a really nice viewpoint at your campsite. Also have the window on this side as well, and they will all have pull down blackout shades. So including this one, it has a railed in spot there so it can kind of keep it in track right there to pull that down and give you your privacy. But it's a super dark tinted windshield as you saw outside. So the only time they really may be able to see into it is at night when you have your lights on, and it's still not gonna look super clear in here because of how dark that windshield is. So with your king bed, again, this flips up and you have your storage space underneath here, plus your hose for the central vac system. It does have a nicer upgraded mattress on it. So this looks like it's a Serta foam mattress there. So a nicer upgraded mattress that you get. With your other wardrobe storage space here, this is gonna have a shelf in it, but it's a tall storage space with your clothing rod there to hang clothes and a really tall space. These are gonna be really deep drawers. So these are all gonna be the same size, but really deep drawers that you have there, or I guess I should say these two. And then you have a pull-out cabinet with shelving there. USB port and outlets there. And make sure there's, yeah, it looks like those are gonna be the only two. And then you'll have more storage that goes all the way back to the side wall on the side of the bed underneath there, if you need to shove something back in that space. Same storage on this side as on the other side. And then you have all your additional wardrobe storage here. Spot for a TV on this wall, so you could put a pretty big size TV there or just set it on top of the dresser area here if you want to. These will all pull out. You can see how deep those are. Those will all four be the same size with this bigger one right here that about matches the size of those ones there. So quite a bit of storage in the bedroom, even though you do have the windshield that takes up some of that space there. Still quite a bit of storage, especially with this area right here. So all in all, I really do think this is a great option that is going to be, you know, somewhere at a purchasing point under $90,000 for sure. And we'll be able to get you out camping or living in something very comfortably. Actually, I just went to close the door behind me and forgot of something kind of cool to show you. Little extra added touch that they didn't have to do that I'm surprised they did. They added this little metal latch right there that is going to catch the door. And of course, oh my gosh, that bothers me. I promise you, whoever purchases this, that will get fixed and that will get put exactly where it needs to be, because that would bother me like crazy. It doesn't catch right where it should. It does still latch and the magnet still catches, but it's not perfectly lined up. That's so crazy. That drives me wild. But anyways, that magnet latch does catch it and prevents it from slamming into the wall and will hold it open for you. So another nice touch there. light switch right when you walk in, and your AC controls here. Just a little contrast of showing you the difference in temperature. Having the windows open, it's about 75 out here and it's about 78 up in there. So having a window open and the screen door open definitely will help cool down your RV instantly, unless it's like 100+ degrees outside. All right, y'all, that's all I got for you. Hopefully you enjoyed this video. If you did, hit the like button down below and definitely hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. And if I missed something, gosh, just stumbling over my words for no reason. If I missed something, let me know down below in the comments. I am no certified RV expert. Sometimes I miss stuff. Sometimes I unintentionally misspeak on things. If I did any of that, let me know down below in the comments, or if I left any questions unanswered, let me know down below. That's all I got for y'all. Until next time, I'll see you out camping.